What's up, hungry people? A few weeks ago, I went hunting for morel mushrooms. And while morel season may be coming to a close, you can still find a few out in the wild if you look real hard. This pizza is hands down the most expensive pizza I have ever made, with a crust brushed with homemade black truffle butter and topped with morel mushrooms. This whole pizza would probably go for over $100 at a restaurant. Morel mushrooms are tricky to find due to their short and delicate growing season. We were lucky to find as many as we did on our foray into the forest. It's important to soak your morels in salt water for at least 8 hours so you kill any critters that might be hanging out in the nooks and crannies. Morel mushrooms are different from other mushrooms due to the fact that they are entirely hollow on the inside. While the big ones are the most desired, the smaller ones can taste especially nutty and earthy and add tons of umami flavor. Most recipes call for you to cut morels into strips, but I'm going to cut mine into rings and leave the smaller ones whole. Next, we'll grab our cornmeal. I keep mine in a handy jar with a shaker top just for making pizzas. A little dusting goes a long way to add some texture to your pizza crust. I spent the morning making my pizza dough from scratch, but you can totally use store-bought pizza dough if you don't have the time to make your own. I rolled out my pizza dough to be about 1/2 inch thick. About a year or so ago, my fiance bought me a fresh black truffle, which I use to make a variety of recipes, but ultimately use most of it in black truffle butter, which I kept in a deep freeze, pulling it out only for special occasions, such as this one. If you don't have your own homemade truffle butter, you can buy your own, or you can brush the crust with a plain salted butter instead. For the sauce, I cheated a little and I used a canned Alfredo sauce. It's basically a quick and easy way to make a white sauce pizza without all the effort. Then we'll go ahead and add a sprinkling of Parmesan cheese and a generous handful of shredded mozzarella. While I was putting the mushrooms on the pizza, I had the idea to make fried morel rings, like onion rings but with morels. So I can't wait until next season to try that recipe out. I added the small whole morels around the edges. These little guys will crisp up as they cook, turning wonderfully crunchy and nutty in flavor. Next up, roasted garlic. I made my own roasted garlic by baking cloves of garlic for about an hour at 325 until the cloves were golden brown and fragrant. Then I added some cherry tomatoes for a bit of twangy taste, some green onions for a pop of color, capers for a burst of salty flavor, and some fresh rosemary, followed by a generous cracking of peppercorns. I also drizzled on the rest of the truffle butter that I didn't brush on, plus a tiny bit of olive oil to help cook the morels. Then finally, I topped it off with a sprinkling of mozzarella to hold everything together. I baked my pizza on a preheated pizza stone for about 15 to 20 minutes at 425 degrees Fahrenheit until the center of the pizza was puffed up and golden brown around the edges. When it comes to unique pizza flavors, this one takes the cake. Pie. Pizza pie. It's salty, savory, and bursting with umami flavor. Plus, it's probably the most expensive pizza I'll ever eat. Truffles coming in at around $100 an ounce, and morels around $90 per pound. If you have enough determination to forage for them in the wild, this pizza is actually practically free. What forageable foods should I search for next? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, you can find this recipe and many others with step-by-step instructions on thestarvingchefblog.com. If you like this recipe, don't forget to flip that sub button and ring the dinner bell to be notified of my latest recipes and foodie adventures that I post every week. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon.